Can do. How are you all? The battlefield. I was just thinking about this. Um, we're at battle. We're at spiritual war as Christians and even non-believers. If you don't know, you're fighting in a battle. If you're not a Christian, you're on the other side. So, but you're still in this spiritual battle. I think it's important that we realize what the battle, where we are when we're on a battle, and we have to recognize the battlefield that we're on. We know that the battlefield is the home, in the church, and more importantly, in our mind. Our mind is one of the biggest and the strongest battlefields that we're on from a day-to-day basis. The devil comes in and he attacks our mind. He attacks our thoughts. Look at society. We have been programmed to believe that if a black man with dreads or braids or gold necklace or if he's wearing baggy clothes, we have been programmed to think that if a man is dressed like that, he is going to kill us, he is going to rob us, he is going to rape us, and he is going to harm us. We have been programmed to think that way. The devil has attacked someone's mind, okay, and that person's way of thinking just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going and just trickled down onto generation to generation. Have you ever saw yourself doing one of those stereotypical things where you saw a stereotypical person and when they came by you, you got kind of like, whoa, what they doing? Like, let me watch my bag, like, what's really going on here? Have you ever done that? You have. Don't lie and say. And everyone likes to say that they don't judge. We all judge, okay, from a certain extent. It's just how far that you take your judgment, okay, because we have been programmed by society to think a certain way about a certain group of people or a certain makeup of a person. We see that person, society says they're this, that, and the third. We just automatically assume our brain calculates that person is like that. They're going to be like that. That's the enemy, because you can look at a person with a big old afro. She might wear hippie type clothing and think, oh, she's a hippie. She's into this and that and this and that. She might be a Sunday school teacher or something of the sort. You know what I mean? Or you look at a man with dreads and baggy clothes and he listens to a certain type of music and you think that he's trying to rob you, but he might be a part of the Big Brother, Little Brother program in your local community. So we've been programmed to think a certain way about people. Don't we do that about ourselves? Society has told us the way that we should look, the way that we should dress, and the way that we should act. It's teaching us the way we should handle and conduct ourselves in certain situations. Don't you think that's kind of the enemy? Like you have little girls that are growing up thinking they're not attractive because they're dark-skinned, thinking they're not pretty because their hair puffs out, thinking they're not pretty because they're not shaped a certain way. And then you have these people that nurture and continue on with that way of thinking. Understand that the enemy is going to attack your mind. It might not even be in appearance-wise, just like your confidence-wise. You might go into a situation, you know who you are, you know you're a child of God, you know that God has you, this, that, and the third, but then when you're faced with that situation, here comes that doubt, here comes that fear that the enemy is trying to plant that little seed into your mind, and it's up to you to either fight back against that little seed and don't even let it get rooted, planted, let alone watered. It's up to you to fight that little seed back with the Word of God. That's why we have the Bible, because that's part of what we have to defend ourselves with, the Word. So that's why it's so important to guard your heart. You can't allow just anything come into you. You just can't allow anyone to just speak like, not even like, just speak over your life. You just can't allow any and everyone to say, because a understand this. A lot of people that claim to be Christians, claim to be good people, claim to be this, that, and the third, they're not always being led by the Spirit. The devil can influence Christians. That's why we have Christians that sin. The devil can influence Christians. Understand this. You're either giving into the temptation or you're fleeing from it. Which one are you doing? If you're giving into the temptation, who are you being influenced by? You're not being influenced by God. You're being influenced by the devil. So yes, Christians can be influenced by the devil. And so you're letting these devil-influenced people speak over your life, and then you start to believe it, and now it's in your mind. So every time you face that certain situation, it's in your mind that you can't do it, you're not good enough, that'll never happen, God doesn't care about you, God doesn't love you, things, all that stuff. That's why you have to guard your heart and discern and pray before you talk to certain people, take advice from certain people, and listen to certain people. I was saying something like this on Twitter the other day, and I got a lot of negative feedback, and I really don't understand why. And I think it's because maybe they didn't understand what I was saying via Twitter and tweets and stuff. I was saying that as a Christian man or woman, you have to know God for yourself, okay? You can ask me all the questions in the world, and I will answer them the best to my ability. I will pray before I answer them. I will seek the word. I will research it. I will do the best that I can to try to help you with that situation. But you need to know, everyone that you go to that is a Christian is not going to do it the same way. A lot of them are going to take what they were told, what someone has told to them, what they have gathered. They're going to give you their opinions. They're not going to give you the best results. I'm not saying that I'm the best person to seek or anything. I'm just saying with anyone, if you're seeking godly counsel from anyone, you need to pray first before you talk to that person. You need to ask God what you want to ask that person. Let God speak to you, and then you can ask whoever you want to. And understand that person isn't going to give you anything contradictory to what God has already told you. Okay, God's going to send someone to confirm what he has already told you, whether it's something you want to hear or not. But that person is not going to tell you something opposite of what God is saying. And if they are, then you need to watch out. Okay? I was trying to tell someone that they needed to get a relationship with God for themselves. You can't get to know God through me. I can introduce you to God. I can introduce you to Jesus. But you cannot form a relationship based off of my relationship. It's like I'm the monkey in the middle. No, you need to bypass me and go straight to him. That is all I was trying to understand. And some people were saying,
I want to.
Okay, give me 1 minute, Daniel.
Pizza about me too.
Okay. So I just want people to really understand that. And especially when it comes to this battle, you have to have your own relationship with God. You have to be leaning on him. Yes, God is going to send you people that are going to be able to be there for you, that you can get counsel from, that you can get advice from, but understand that everyone that calls himself a Christian is not someone that you should be seeking counsel from, because you don't know where they are in their walk with God. Okay? So you really have to be very careful of that, and that's why we judge people by the fruit. Okay? But just be careful. Just be careful and discern and pray. Please pray. Please get your prayer game up. It's so imperative. But, yes, the mind is the biggest and the greatest battlefield that we face. So I just wanted to encourage someone, because sometimes I have to check myself, too, when, I'm starting to feel certain thoughts or feel a certain kind of ways. Like, why am I feeling this way? Am I feeling this way because I'm conditioned to feel this way? Am I feeling this way because I'm having a certain thought that I really should block out, but I'm kind of watering it, so now it's just growing and becoming something bigger than what it really is? You really have to guard your heart. You really have to protect your thoughts. I was watching something. How much time? 10 minutes. Ty Tribbett was saying your thoughts should have a bouncer. And it's so true. Like, hey, if these are some ratchet thoughts, you ain't getting past me. these are some sad, depressive, lonely stuff, you're not getting past me. Like, your thoughts should have a bouncer, and that's so true, because certain things just shouldn't get past. You can't go past go. Certain things just can't go past go. You have to cast some things down. You have to protect yourself. It's crazy, but I know this video was kind of like everywhere, because I just have a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I think that I just need to blog it. I get everything out really well when I blog it. So yeah, pray over your children. Please, please, please. As a parent myself, I am very mindful of what people say to my child, because my child is so young and he's so influential. You tell him anything, he will believe it. Okay? And this same thing goes as however old you are, whatever age range you are. Watch what people say to you. You do not have to receive everything that someone is telling you. Okay? You have people telling little kids, oh, you bad. So that kid thinks they're bad. So then you're just going to start acting bad. And then they just become bad because of what someone told them. I tell my son every day that he is favored by God, that he is loved by God, that he is a child of God, that mommy loves him, his daddy loves him, his grandma, his grandpa, his uncle, his auntie. I tell him that stuff every day, okay? Do not allow people to speak negative things into the lives of your children, into the lives of yourself. If you have a child, you have stewardship over that child. You have to protect that child. What comes in and out of that child is your responsibility. Do not let people put negative labels on your child, okay? Reassure your child and encourage that child so they can be the best person that they can be. Let them know what God feels about them. It doesn't matter what the little boy across the street. It don't matter what his auntie think, what his uncle think. It matters what God thinks. And if you're a good parent, what you think as well. We see it. We see it within our family. We see it within our friends. Little kids acting up. People be so quick to call him bad. He's bad. Look at that little bad boy. Stop doing that. You so bad. Blah, blah, blah. Then that kid grows up thinking that they're bad. And that's all that they know, because that's all that people tell them, and they get attention when they're being bad. So they just do things, bad things, to get that attention. And so they become, it's manifesting. What you're saying starts to manifest. That's why life and death is in the power of the tongue. Your words have so much power. What you speak starts to manifest. Okay? And this is not talking about prosperity. This is just talking about, in general, the things that you say start to manifest. So if you start calling your child bad, your child is going to become bad. Okay? That is how much power your mouth has. Life and death is in the tongue. So watch what you say. Watch what people say to your children. Watch what people say to you. Okay? Don't receive that negative crap. If it ain't a fact, don't let it happen. Opinions are not wanted or needed. The only thing that matters is what God says and how he feels about you. Okay, so it's just really important. I just want to share that. I get kind of worked up about, especially when it comes to the kids, because kids are so innocent. They have no idea. But, yeah. It was 30 minutes. All right. If you love someone, tell them, I love you. Bye.